Good, great, thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Gil is as I mentioned earlier, is a very well-known vocal coach in Miami, actually pretty much all over the world. And as a vocal coach, he discovered that the voice is the soul of a person, and that all problems with singing basically stem from the person of actually who they are. So, in getting a little bit more on different techniques, Gil, if you could share with our listening audience today, what is it that what would make someone realize, and they may have a great voice and all that, but how would they know that, I really need so much more? How can I take a self-test right now and say, listen, you know what, I need to get this course today because I'm lacking something. And when I get on stage, I'm good. Yeah, I can hold my harmonies and everything, but something's missing.
Right.
How would someone know that?
Well, it's very difficult to know something that since you haven't had some previous insights into. So the best way would be to go to a teacher first of all to see if you have good intonation and if your voice is properly trained.
Right.
And you're talking about after they've already performed?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Then they go on stage and they start performing, but I have students like that right now. I just talked to one on the phone. She's a professional, and but now she took my first course, and we got all the little problems out of the way. She has a much better voice now, but now she's going into the famous course number 5, self-transformation. And the reason why I told her she should do this course is because there's all kinds of things holding her back. As she wants to be known all over the world. Well, I work with people like that through this course on transformation so that they can lose all the negativity that's holding them back.
Right.
So that's we do that.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who want to get in touch with Gil for an appointment, you can call him directly at 305-447-8660. That's 305-447-8660. Looking at your website, I see a bunch of testimonials, all positive. You've touched a lot of lives, and I highly recommend any folks that are out there listening right now. You definitely want to get this for yourself or a loved one, whatever. It would make a nice gift, birthday present or anniversary gift, whatever.
Yeah, you don't have. Let me say this: you don't have to be a singer to take this course. I mean, it started off mainly for singers because they experience such nervousness on stage, and also because of the person behind the voice. However, I have some students that are not singers at all. They're not performers. They're business people. And they come in, and we work on the speaking voice. Usually when they come in, they speak softly and not sure of themselves, and the voice doesn't carry the conviction. So we change all of this, and we change all the childhood trauma that was holding back that person inside from coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. As a matter of fact, you had mentioned something in your bio regarding, and I didn't mean to cut you off, I apologize, but it was really intrigued me about a child who be 2 years old and get yelled at about singing or about maybe playing with blocks or whatever, and it's they take it into conscious mind, and they're never their whole life, they go through their whole life with that same fear.
That's right. That's right. Now, and if they were to follow that the common psychotherapy, it would take months to clean this stuff up. Now, with EFT, I usually have them describe the problem, but it's not even necessary. All they have to do is tune into the feeling of it and tap certain points in the body, and it works like a miracle. I can't believe it. I've been using it all these years. I still can't believe it. It's just astounding. I had a guy here, a student of mine, who had a germ phobia. 3 sessions, gone. Had a guy that
3
had...
sessions? Wow.
Yeah. One guy with panic attacks because he was smoking too much pot or something like that. 1 session, gone. All kinds of things like that. Just incredible.
See, folks, you could tell right now, in speaking with Gil, it's one thing that, as far as being a performer, that's great and all that, but like you're saying, you could be a professional, you could be anybody, any person, any walk of life. This is something that you can actually, something just, you got a chip in your shoulder. Gil can help you out with that. You definitely need to get a hold of him directly and get one of his courses. Transform yourself. It's up to you. There is one statement out there. If it is to be, it is up to me. You got to take that first step, and that first step would definitely be getting a hold of Gil, going to his website at gmagno.com, of course, giving him a call and setting up an appointment. He would love to hear from you, and you could tell just by the passion in his voice that he knows what he's doing and he enjoys what he's doing. That's important.
I'd like to tell you something interesting.
Sure.
As I said, the person who sings is more important than the singing and the quality of the singing. I have a student who is a former student. She still calls me now and then. She's famous. She came in here. She didn't have a particularly good voice, but within the first course, she started singing, and she was singing well. Then she disappeared and came back 2 years later, famous, with a hit CD. Her name is Fannie Lou. She's a top singer in Colombia, and she's all over the place. She performs concerts on both continents. But let me tell you the most important part. The minute she walked in, I noticed that her personal magnetism was dripping out of her body. She was full of magnetism. And her voice was good, but it wasn't nothing great. But she did a very good job. She studied everything, and I told her the very first class, if you choose singing as your purpose in life, then you align that purpose with the purpose of life itself. You will be known all over the world. Because I saw how much magnetism she had. And also her way of thinking, how she is a type of person that has reverence for that which is great, which is beautiful, which is aesthetic, something most people nowadays don't know anything about. And she had that, so I told her, if you make this as a career, you will be known all over the world. And then she left, and I thought that was it. I figured maybe she got tired. She comes back 2 years later, and she has a hit CD, and now she's known all over the world. Well, mainly in the Americas.
Right. Wow, you mentioned about the magnetism, and I see one of your testimonials here. It's pretty encouraging to a lot of folks who are out there listening. It says, the most important thing I've learned from Gil and the Personal Magnetism course is to think for myself and let go of others' thoughts and opinions of me.
Right.
To reconnect.
Yeah, that's Maria Sanchez, I think it was her, wasn't it?
Right, yes.
Yeah, I remember what you
know your students.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal, folks. I mean, I'm looking at this. If you went to this website right now, you would see how many testimonials. He knows, obviously, you know all your students personally, and that says a lot about your integrity and the way you run your life and your business. So
she graduated from the transformation course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Maria's doing great, and the miracle that will astound you in your transformation. And of course, that's another title of another testimonial, and it's just pretty amazing. The proof is in the pudding. Go to the website at gmagno.com. That's G as in Gil, of course. gmagno.com. 305-447-8660. That's 305-447-8660. Give Gil a call today. And get with them and get on one of these courses. The transformation course will transform your life, whether you're a singer or whether you're just somebody who just likes to sing in the shower. And you don't want to sing past the shower. It doesn't matter. The whole point of it is Gil will set you on the right path to knocking that block off your shoulder and moving on and becoming a total success in your life, whether it's in business or in your personal life.